Has your agency revenue stalled in recent years? If so, try these 3 revenue accelerators. I'm Laura Humphreys, and I've successfully scaled and exited from 2 businesses and spend my time helping established agency and consultancy owners build confidently for scale or exit. In this quick video, I'm going to show you why your revenue has stalled and what to do about it. Let's go. So the real problem isn't what you think it might be. Because in this world, in life and in business, there are always 2 things going on. I call them felt truth versus real truth. So felt truth is when you say, this is what I believe based on my own experience and conclusions drawn. I believe this to be true. The real truth is based on evidence and facts. This is what's really happening. So this is what agency owners are telling me right now. And I'm talking to agency owners from all over the world. And every day, literally every day, I'm talking to agency owners. And this is what I'm hearing. The market has slowed. We need more leads. I have to work harder. But reframe the problem and everything changes. So let's look at them one by one. Felt truth number 1. And as I say, I'm hearing this literally daily. The market is slow. It's hard right now. It's tough. And this is true. I work with agency owners in UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, England, South Africa, and everyone is experiencing some pretty tricky times right now. So there is no doubt that people are experiencing that the market is slow. But the real truth is that for every agency owner that I speak to that is finding it tough and blaming the market conditions, I'm talking to an equal number of agency owners who are still growing. Some are having record years. Some are winning the clients that you've been trying to win. So the market itself can't be the whole explanation. So if that's the case, then the question becomes, what's different about those agencies? And usually it comes down to this. They have clearer positioning for what's actually happening in today's marketplace, which is maybe different from how they were positioning themselves previously. They have more relevant offers for what is needed and wanted right now, and they're solving today's problems and speaking to a narrower audience. In other words, they're really focusing in on what matters now, not just what they've done previously. So instead of spending the next month looking for more prospects, spend it answering this one question. Put your focus into this instead. What problem is my ideal client desperate to solve in today's market? And then ask yourself, how could we become known for solving that one problem better than anyone else? I can't tell you how important those 2 questions are right now. If you want to shift from feeling like the market is tough and that's the problem, to understanding how you can actually be one of those agencies that's actually making it and winning right now. So the second felt truth, we need more leads. And again, I hear this all the time. I run regular events and webinars, and I always put a bit of a questionnaire in the front when people register. And one of them is, what are you finding most challenges? And one of the option is finding quality leads. And I would say that is probably 80% the most used answer when people are filling out that questionnaire. So that is a general belief out there that more leads is the answer to stalled revenue. But here's the real truth. Most plateaued agencies have opportunities they're not fully using. So focus instead, rather than asking, how do we get more leads? You could be asking, which revenue lever have we ignored? And here are some revenue levers that we're working with agencies on. and we'll go through these in a bit more detail. But firstly, it's not just leads, it's more of the right clients. There's a big distinction. Increasing your average project value, growing your existing clients, and improving pricing. Let's look at each of those in turn. More of the right clients. So it isn't just going after leads, because onboarding the wrong clients it can actually be more damaging to your agency than not onboarding any clients. So it's not simply more leads, it's finding better fit clients who buy bigger solutions. Increasing your average project value. So ask yourself this, are you still selling exactly the same thing that you've been selling all along? Have your offers evolved? Has the market changed around you? Yes. Have your offers evolved with the market? Or are you still selling the same work you sold 3 years ago? The third lever is growing your existing clients. This is where the real gold is. So asking yourself, when was the last time we went out to our clients with a different way of looking at what we do for them? What else do they need? What outcomes could you be helping them achieve? And what problems have emerged since they first became a client? We are seeing huge wins with the agency owners that we're working with in this whole area of growing your existing clients. And improve pricing. When was the last time you looked at how you're packaging your offer and how you're charging for it? And when you looked at reconstructing your pricing model, not because you deserve more, but because of the point in the previous point where you actually really look at what are you taking to market and what's really relevant to what is needed and wanted right now, and you redesign your offer, then you become more valuable. And felt truth number 3, I have to work harder. In order to grow, I need to work harder. And this is one that is crippling, right? Because if your belief in your felt truth is that the only way to grow is to work harder, you won't want to grow. So that can't be the reality. It can't be the real truth, because agencies are growing, right? And they're growing without their founders working harder. The real truth is that you've probably been pushing for years, right? And the harder you've worked, the more dependent the business has become on you. So working harder solved yesterday's problems. It got you to where you are, but it won't solve tomorrow's. Your job isn't to work harder. Focus instead on doing this one thing. If you take nothing else from this little video, you've got to make time to do the thinking. Create 2 hours a week at least, not to do client work or think about client work, but to think about your agency, because the solutions are there. You need the quality time to think. And the thing that you should be asking yourself when you create this time is, what is the one thing my agency still depends on me for that it shouldn't? Because that's the beginning of becoming a CEO instead of chief firefighter. So this is about building Agency 2.0. Everything that I do and the work we do is about helping you move away from Agency 1.0, which is the agency that you've built to date, right? And you've done a great job of getting where you are to date. But Agency 1.0 reaches a point where it feels hard. The team's dependent on you. Clients are expecting access to you. The systems don't get built. Growth is stalled. And the agency actually has no value. And if that's where you're at right now, then tweaking small things, going after more leads, doing some of those felt truth ideas isn't going to shift the dial enough. What you need to do is redesign and create Agency 2.0, which feels invigorating, where the team is self-managing. Clients are respecting you as the CEO, not as the person that's involved in the work. Systems are fully embedded, growth accelerates, and the agency becomes valuable and saleable. That's what we all want, right? So it's time to build your Agency 2.0. This is the work we do, and I've made a full, longer video training on the steps involved in building your agency 2.0. There's a whole framework that I've built over the years, and it's proven for my own businesses and over 170 agency owners I've been working with recently. So if you want to watch that video, there'll be a link to it somewhere around this one. And the other thing you can do is connect with me on LinkedIn and message me. Once you've connected, I'll accept your connection request. Message me Agency 2.0, and then I can send you the link to the longer video and send you some information on what it is that we do. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. Hope it's been useful. Get the link to watch the full training on Agency 2.0 and connect with me on LinkedIn, and we can stay in touch from there. Thanks again for watching.